have it doesn't really matter. Is Zoho marketing automation confusing the hell out of you? Well, you're not alone. There's a ton of people out there who feel the same way. So make sure you tune into these tutorials to make sure that you get your system set up properly at the start. In today's tutorial, we're going to show you how you can go about adding custom fields to your contacts to make sure that you have all the information you need. So let's log in and I'll see you there. All right, now that we're logged in, I'm going to show you how we can go about creating new custom fields. So over here on the left-hand side, we're actually going to go to the settings tab this time down here. Click on that. And if we go over to the customization, you can see these headings. So the header and footer, the sign up pages and emails, custom fields, and merge tags. So we want to use this custom fields one right here. I'm going to click on that. And this is going to show us the fields that we've already created, as well as the fields that we can create. So this gives us a whole bunch of options over here. You can see the new country field that we've created previously in the last tutorial video, and we could select new field and we would say new country. You can see that it's created here. The field type is text because it got that from the Zoho CRM. So we didn't have to set any of this stuff when we create a field using the sync services. But now that we are over here, we can create a new field a few different ways. So we can create a new account custom field. So if we wanted to do that, this option will create an account name, account website, and industry types as default custom setting, which will be useful in mapping from Zoho CRM to marketing automation. We don't want to do this for now because we don't want to create account custom fields. So we're just going to cancel that. And we are going to add new over here, and we can add in a new lead field or a new account field. And down here, we can actually store in additional data about the audience and the products that they're using. So we can create a new product audience field. We can create a new product data field. We're not going to worry so much about the product audience fields and the product data fields. For the most part, you don't have to worry about this. You'll likely not need it, but if you do need it, it is there. And this is really just around the product you've created and the audience that you've created for your product. It does allow you to provide a bit more strategically placed custom fields with the product audience and the product data field. So you can pull more insights that way and track more data, and you can use it in your marketing automation campaigns and things like that. We're going to leave that one for now. We're just going to create another custom field up here for our leads. So we're going to create a new lead field. We have the ability to create a text, integer, email, phone, date time, pick list, multi-select, percent, decimal, and these others. Now of these options, you can select any of them. There is a lot of variation here, and you're likely going to be better off with a text entry. That's probably going to be the one that's used the most. Now with this, let's select the URL field because I think that one's kind of interesting. And we are going to set it to be, let's say, portfolio link. So it's going to link to someone's portfolio, whatever that portfolio is. And we have the option to set the field length down here, which we can set to 255 characters. We can set to 1,000 characters. It depends on what you're trying to store here. So if that is 255 characters, select that. It just allows them on the back end to create a database field with a certain amount of characters. So this is more for Zoho. You don't really have to worry about this too much, but just select one that is going to be the correct length. So in this case, I'm just going to select 255, and we can also encrypt the field if we'd like. Now this encrypt field down here basically just means that it's storing sensitive information. So it'll encrypt the data. So if someone were to see it, they wouldn't actually see the personal information in it. So you do have the ability to do that. This isn't really that important. It's not that personal. So we're just going to leave it, and we're just going to select add. So now this is interesting because the field length for a URL cannot be greater than 200. So we are just going to set this to be 200 and add it. We are now going to add another lead field. We're just going to select a email, and we're going to say that the display name is the partner's email of whoever is coming in, and we can encrypt this if we so chose. This just means it's stored encrypted on Zoho servers, so you don't have to worry about it being hacked or stolen or anyone seeing it and mismanaging that information. So we're going to add that one in, and we're going to add in one more, and we're going to say phone number over here. So phone, we're going to say partner's phone, and the field length over here. Now in order to test this, I'm not sure what the limit is over here. We're going to say 1,000 characters. And we are going to encrypt this field as well. And it says that we cannot have a field length here greater than 150. So you do have to play around with this a little bit just to better understand what each of these field length limits actually are. and we're gonna click add. Now we've added in 3 new fields for these leads module in the marketing automation tool, and we can populate this information by setting it and editing it in Zoho CRM and connecting it through the sync services, or we can just add to it automatically here in marketing automation. You don't have to be synced to Zoho CRM, but if you are, the information will get passed between the two, and it's something that we would want because we want the Zoho CRM to have up-to-date information. So now in order to go see where this information is actually at, let us very, very briefly select one of our leads here. So we have this information. We can see the basic, we have the more details, we have the social information, and we have the custom information. Now this is where your custom fields would be dropped into. So you can put in your partner's email, partner's phone, your portfolio link, and your new country. So this is where all that information would be stored, and you can access it by clicking this pencil icon over here on the right-hand side and going to custom information. We also have the ability to click on this individual, which shows us a bit more information here. It's just like a card that pops up. And then we can also view all details over here on the top right. And this will give us a lot more information on that specific contact, which shows you a ton of information, the campaign summary, how many emails they've been sent, how many emails they've opened, their social media activity if you have that hooked up, the topics that they're associated to, lead tags, all this stuff we'll get into in more depth as we go along learning the application. And then you can see the lead timeline, which is pretty cool here as well. So we have all this information here, and under the custom fields tab, you can see those custom fields that we created. So I hope that's been helpful. Again, as always, make sure you subscribe to our channel below. We want to make sure that everyone who needs help is getting help and is getting access to this information as soon as possible. So make sure you subscribe. That helps build our channel, that helps build our brand, and allows other people to see more of our videos. And as always, feel free to like and comment on our videos, and make sure you connect with us on our other social media channels like Instagram and Facebook and join those communities. We can't wait to see you there. Bye for now.